Russia put its military might on display during the three-day joint nuclear exercise with Belarus. Around 64,000 troops from both nations took part in some of the biggest drills conducted in the backdrop of ongoing Ukraine war and drone activity in the Baltic region. Well, the images next are showing Russian forces preparing for combat missions, with Moscow mobilizing a massive array of military hardware.
Товарищ командир, подводные лодки по местам учебной тренировки.
Russian President Vladimir Putin and his Belarusian counterpart monitored the drills virtually.
Today, as part of the exercises, we are conducting the first joint training of the Russian and Belarusian armies in the commanding of strategic and tactical nuclear forces. I have already noted, and I will emphasize again, that the use of such weapons, nuclear weapons, is an extreme, exceptional measure to ensure the national security of our states.
Well, according to Russia's defense ministry, the exercises involve more than 200 missile launchers, 140 aircraft, 73 warships and 13 submarines, including 8 strategic nuclear submarines. But Moscow says Russian rocket forces, the Northern and Pacific fleets, long-range aviation units as well as troops from the Leningrad and central military regions are all participating in the drills. Amid the exercises, Ukraine has stepped up security in regions bordering Belarus. Kiev fears Russia could use Belarusian territory to open a new front from the north, including a possible push towards the capital. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says his country is preparing for every possible course of enemy action.
We remember that in 2022, the offensive came from the territory of Belarus as well. We will not forget that. Ukraine's defense forces, security forces, and our intelligence agencies know what the threats are and how to respond justly, without a doubt.
In response, Alexander Lukashenko has said that the country is not threatening anyone but is prepared to defend what he calls its shared fatherland with all available means.
We're not threatening anyone whatsoever, but we have these weapons and we are ready to defend our fatherland, our shared fatherland, with all means possible, from Brest-Edi, western Belarus city, to Vladivostok, Edi, far eastern Russian city. We shall do this in every way possible.
Meanwhile, Moscow has promised a responsible approach to its strategic nuclear arsenal. President Vladimir Putin has described strengthening the nuclear forces as an absolute priority. Earlier this month, Russia tested the Sarmat intercontinental missile capable of carrying nuclear warheads. Moscow has already stationed the nuclear-capable Oreshnik missile system in Belarus close to NATO borders. The exercises come as Russia faces increasing Ukrainian drone and airstrikes targeting military sites and oil refineries.